It's your girl Whitney here with my first YouTube video ever, and I'm so motherfucking hype. Like, this shit about to be lit. I've been wanting to do YouTube for a really long time, so it's about time that I actually started and commit to it, because I done recorded videos, edited them, but have just never posted them. So I'm actually trying to commit to it this time and actually post, because I have been getting good feedback about it. So pretty much what my channel is just going to be about real quick is just going to be either makeup ideas, my everyday life, story time, things you want to know. I don't know, we'll just see how it goes. Leave some comments below if you do have any ideas on any videos that y'all would want to see from me. Y'all gonna see my kids in here because I do got 2 kids. So cute. Jaden and Justice. Those are my babies. But y'all will be seeing them, so there'll probably be like some videos with them. I have one kind of discussing something a little later on in my story time video. Okay. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy my content. I'm all about positivity, and good vibes. Like, that's all I want. So if you're not about that, this channel ain't for you. Already, off tops. It's not for you. It's not gonna work. We're gonna have to cut it right now. Otherwise, if you're about that, then we're good. I hope y'all like this, for real. Really excited for this, so stay tuned for my story time video. Okay, so I had asked y'all, would y'all rather me do a story time video, or would y'all rather me do a makeup video? A lot of y'all said story time, which is honestly surprising because I don't even really know. And I thought really long and hard about what I was going to talk about. And something I feel like that's pretty interesting about me is I am a mom. So I have 2 kids, but my first son, I got pregnant when I was 16. So we're going to talk about that. That's going to be my story time. How I found out that I was pregnant at the age of 16. So some of y'all know me and a little bit about me, but nobody really knows this. So I was dating a boy in high school, you know, like high schoolers do, and he did end up being my first. And also, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like I don't know, man. But long story short, he ended up being my first. So he was the first person I was sexually active with. After, you know, a few months, we were dating. Things are cool, smooth. Nothing really was going on. Well, come November, my period had been late, but I didn't think nothing of it. I just honestly had thought that it was just off because it had been off before previous months. I didn't expect nothing. I didn't notice anything different. I will say, looking back now that I do know the symptoms of everything, I was just really tired all the fucking time. I would come home and sleep, like knock out, wake up, eat, and go right back to bed. And then on top of that, I remember one time I had walked into the house and somebody had burnt popcorn, and that smell like had me out. Like, I was so nauseous, man. Like, I could still remember that scent till this day. But those are probably like the only 2 signs that I really, like, if I knew back then what I know now, I would have been like, okay, I'm pregnant. But other than that, I didn't really have any other symptoms. No morning sickness, none of the above. And everything was cool. So, you know, I hadn't really thought too much about it. My boyfriend at the time didn't really think too much about it. it wasn't really even a thought in our minds. So come one day, I used to do cheer. I had went to cheer practice and he had came, and my mom and my siblings were there, whatever. So after the cheer practice, my mom dropped me and my siblings off at home so I could help her get them ready for bed. And then she was going to take my boyfriend at the time home. So I'm at home, you know, doing whatever I got to do. And I thought that she was going directly to take him home. So I guess she had just mentioned to him that she had to stop at Walmart, but she was going to do it after he had insisted that he was going to go with her so she didn't have to go by herself. So everything's cool. I get a call from my mom, and she had just asked me if I had, she was just like, I know you get your period around this time of the month. Do you need any female supplies? And I thought that was kind of weird because she had never asked me. So I was just kind of, what the fuck? Like, so it did kind of ding a bell, but I didn't think too much of it, like I said. And then my mom had called my sister, and she had told my older sister, she was like, make sure the kids are in bed because the shit's pretty much about to hit the fan. Like, it's about to go fucking down. And as soon as she said that, I was like, okay, what the fuck happened? So I need to call my boyfriend because my mom had just found out a little bit before this that I was sexually active. She did ask me, and I did let her know. And she took me to go get on birth control. But she brought the prescription to my dad, and my dad pretty much shredded it and told her no, that we weren't gonna condone that because that's pretty much like letting me have sex. So he wasn't having it. So he showed the prescription. I never got on birth control. Boom, brings us to the situation. So he didn't have a phone at the time. So I will be calling his house. So I call his house. Because by this time she should have been dropped him off. Like, he didn't live that far. So I'm sitting here like, wait a minute, what's going on? I call him, his brother answers, and his brother is like, I had asked him, I was like, can I speak to, my boyfriend? And he was like, I thought he was with you. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, all right, thanks. So I hung up, and I was like, what the fuck going on? So not even 2 minutes after I hang up, my mom walks in the house. Right behind is my baby daddy. Surprise! She comes in screaming, you're fucking pregnant. Oh my God, Whitney, like, what the fuck? Like, so I guess when they were on their trip to Walmart, they got on the topic of, her trying to be a protective mom, trying to let him know, like, if you are going to be doing it with my daughter, you better use protection. Like, and I guess, I made a face, and she kind of caught on, and that kind of brought us to that situation. So when he had walked in, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck? And he was like, mm-mm. And I just had knew, like, okay, well. So she comes in, she's like cussing me out, talking about, oh my God, Whitney, like, you're fucking pregnant. What the fuck? Are you fucking serious? Cussing me out, calling me every name in the book. Like, I kid you not. So she's like, come here and take this test. So I go in there and take the test. The test pops positive in like 2 seconds. Like, fast as fuck. And I was in denial still. I'm sitting there like, I'm not fucking pregnant. I'm not fucking pregnant. She's like, take the fucking second one. I took the second one. That shit popped positive too. So at this point, I'm just like, wow. Like, what the fuck? Taking it all in. I just start bawling my eyes out because, what the fuck? I'm 16. Honestly, I'm still a child. Like, not a child, but, I'm still learning. And I was just really upset, really emotional, really sad, whatever. So we had to sit there and wait for my dad to get home from school so that I could break the news to him. And my mom, I kind of me and my mom were real close, so I kind of knew what to expect from her. Like, I expected that reaction out of her. I wouldn't have expected nothing less. when it comes to my dad, our relationship is a work in progress. So I had no idea what I was going to expect from him with this kind of news. Like, I didn't know what to expect. So she had been telling me, oh no, you're going to tell him, you're going to tell him. She didn't even let him see me when he came in the house. And she was just like quick to get it off her tongue. Like, she was like, your daughter's fucking pregnant. Go over there. Go talk to her. Da, da, da. So we're sitting there. He come over and he just started going in on us. Like, he was pissed. And I will say he was really mad. And he went into the room, slammed the door. And that was the maddest I ever seen my dad. But after that, gave him about like 10 minutes. He cooled down. And we just had a conversation all together, of course, about my options, whatever. And then later on that night, he had came to my room after everybody had left. And he just pretty much comforted me and supported me and had told me, like, you know, it is what it is. We're going to get through it. He's going to support whatever I do decide. And just moving forward, just try to be positive. And he was really supportive throughout my whole pregnancy. So after that night, my mom had scheduled me a doctor's appointment because she wanted to triple check that I was pregnant. And yeah, sure enough, I was pregnant. And she was crying in the office. And she was just really upset just because she didn't want this for me. She didn't want, you know, this life for me. She had kids young, so she kind of knew it was going to be a struggle and everything. But it was a situation that did happen where there was somebody in my family who I really genuinely do care about their opinion and, you know, care about their thoughts of me. And they were really disappointed in me. And that was the last thing that I kind of wanted. And I had considered abortion because everybody around me was pushing it on me. And I just honestly couldn't think. Like, I wasn't thinking for myself. I was just thinking about what would make them happy. And I was thinking in all the wrong reasons. So my mom had scheduled an appointment. We went to the appointment. They went through everything. They sit there and try to talk to you about your options, everything. They ask if you want to get an ultrasound. I was getting ready to go back and get the ultrasound. But I was hysterical the whole way there. And even in the office the whole time. Like, I was just so upset. And my mom just kind of came before I was going to go back. And she was like, are you doing this for you or are you doing this for anybody else? She said, is this something you really want to do? And I just broke down. I was like, no, I can't do this. Like, I'll figure everything out on my own. I don't care, but I cannot go through with this. So we ended up leaving. And then that was that, really. We left. After that, like I said, me and my mom, we kind of butt heads every so often just because one day she would be okay with it and then one day she wouldn't. So she would come for me a lot. But like I said, I try to understand where she was coming from. And everything happened cool. I went to summer school when I was pregnant. I was pregnant as fuck in the summer. It was hot. My birthday's in the summer. It was so fucking hot. I didn't do nothing. And I was just miserable. And then I ended up having my baby my senior year. About like 3 weeks in, I was supposed to have him. I was at school on my due date. He was late. I ended up being induced. And everything went well. My mom, she loved Jaden to death. She loves him to this day to death. They're like this. Like, they're inseparable. As soon as he was born, like, everything that happened did not matter. Like, everybody, honestly, the support that I did have was really good. Jaden's dad was there. He was in the room. My mom was there. My dad was in and out the room. And my sisters. So it was really cool. I had a really good birthing experience. It was all right. Of course, it was painful as fuck, but you know, it's freaking a baby. But yeah, after that, everything was kind of good between me and Jaden's dad, I feel like, in the beginning. But then things just kind of got rocky. We were both young with big responsibilities. And, it just wasn't working. It didn't work out. There was a lot of cheating, lying, and things going on. But like I said, we were both really young. We had different mindsets back then. And, you know, I'm not angry at nothing that happened or anything in the past that has happened. Right now, we're in a really good space. It took us a lot to come here, and we're in a really good space. I will say, just to clear this up, he is forever allowed to see his child, whenever allowed to see his child, whenever he wants to. He can, and he knows that. I've never, ever, not once tried to keep my son from his dad. So let's get that understood. But anyways, like I said, I don't have nothing negative to say. We just didn't work. We were young. We were just young, trying to be adults. So it just didn't work. Like I said, we're in a really good space now. It took us a long time to get to the space. We did have issues before, but Jaden loves his dad, and that's all that matters, honestly. So yeah, but that's the story of how I found out I was pregnant at 16. I hope you guys like it. If you do like it, thumbs up this video. Also, comment, like, share, subscribe down below. If you do want to see any more videos or have any more video ideas, comment down below so I can get some ideas, because I'm gonna be running out of them here soon already. But yeah, happy Thanksgiving, because it is tomorrow. So I hope y'all have a good night. And we out.